Some of these prison guards, they think that they are God. Some of these prison guards think that because they control dang near every aspect of your life for the 8 to 10 to 12 hours that they are on shift, that they can do and say whatever they want to you. In one way, that's correct. They do control a lot of aspects of your life. But what they got to understand is that they get to go home and you stay here. We already, as inmates, are under a tremendous amount of stress and anxiety. And then you want to come around and add more stress and anxiety and add that to me? Tell y'all about this cat that I got in the thumbnail. I'm not going to tell y'all what he did to get in prison. But whatever he did, well, he's there now. So in prison, you get this. I'm even going to spare y'all the race of the guard, because even though it does play into it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all, it was a white prison guard. You can tell by the way he looked and his whole demeanor that he probably was getting picked on at school, bullied by the blacks. So a lot of cats like that, it goes a couple of ways. They like, you know what? I'm gonna get my get back. I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna be a CO. I'm gonna be a cop, and I'm gonna get my revenge back on these black people. It don't even matter what black person it is. So when they get in these positions of power, they abuse it. Oh yeah, they abuse their position of power. Yo, Kevin Houston, thank you for that Cashapp. It's really appreciated. So, what I'm saying is this. These CEOs that be abusing their power, every black, if you a white CEO, every black dude that's in there is not your enemy. Every black dude in there is not your enemy. Some dudes that's locked up are really good dudes. And because you got bullied, picked on, or whatever the case was, how you grew up, you want to exact vengeance on all black inmates? That ain't cool. So one day, you got this, and I'm going to look for the video. Matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all the video. I'm going to give y'all a quick clip. So pay attention to this clip right here, and then we're going to get right back to it. Now you see, he just got hit with a Glock dookie. Okay, what is a Glock dookie? It's where you put piss and the number 2 in a bottle. You put toothpaste in there. You put water in there. Hot sauce, whatever things you think that don't need to be put together, and you put it in a bottle and you put the top on and let it marinate and let it sit. And then when a guard come by that you don't like, you take that top off. Hey, come here, let me holler at you. Man, what you want? Man, come, I gotta tell you something, man. I want to apologize about something. All right, cop go over there. Look, man, I'm sorry about. Then you get all that excrement all up in your nose, all up in your mouth, all in your eyes. I'm laughing because Fleece Johnson told a story about this guard, this big black guard that was dogging him out and trying to punk him basically. And he said that, and I know it's true because I done seen this happen before. He said that the guard basically had his back turned and, and he had this bucket of filth that all the inmates was crapping in and peeing on, and he saved his bucket. So when the guard had his back turned, he dumped it on him, and he he basically gassed the guard. And he gassed the guard, and the guard was choking and coughing, talking about, "I'ma kill you. I'ma kill you when I get up. I'ma kill you." Oh, hey, listen. Hey, the reason why that is so funny to me, I'm gonna grab that clip too. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab the clip and I'm gonna put up. Let's watch that clip, because y'all have to hear it from Fleece the way he was telling the story to get the whole effect. Because when he was like, "I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you." Let's play the clip.
He went straight to the floor, bro, throwing up. He was making threats. He said, "I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you." I said, "You ain't gonna kill nothing, nigga." I threw some more on him. Moved the desk out of the way, and he couldn't even radio for help. I took his walkie-talkie, snatched the cord out of the phone, all that. And his door, his office door, it was so, man, that smell was so funky. I took his walkie-talkie, his cell phone, and I took the cord out of the phone in his office. And when I threw the rest of the shit out of that 5-gallon bucket, I threw it up in the ceiling. And I locked the door. He was laying on the ground, bro. Only thing he say, that fat nigga, and one of these little white girls that kiss his butt, look at him as a hero to the white officers, because he's ignorant enough to do all the ignorant stuff they want him to do to the black people.
All right. So, yeah, man, prison. You prison guards, for you cats out there that might want to become a prison guard, yes, you do not want the inmates to take advantage of you, but you don't want to be overzealous. You don't want to be over aggressive, man. You just got to go in there and be, just be you. But if you a crappy person and you just being you, you won't be there that long. You definitely won't be there that long. But if you an okay person or a good person, then you just gotta understand, man, that most of the people that's in there are still human beings, man. That some of them just made one mistake. But I just gotta keep it real too. There's predators in there also, so you just gotta know how to navigate and read people, so you don't have to end up in a bad situation like old dude did, getting hit with that Glock dookie, man. And that's all I really got to say about that. But it is the fall, and it's getting cold outside, y'all. And Dante got all your fall merchandise. I got stuff for women, men, and babies, and kids. So y'all check out the store. The link is in the description below. It says click link for merch. So y'all check that out. And if y'all been feeling the Donta Show Network content, I need for y'all to bless that Cashapp or lean on that PayPal for me. I want to give a special shout out to everybody that been watching the videos, hitting the like button and sharing all the videos, man. And with that, y'all, this is the Donta Show Network, and I'm out. I know people be wondering, like, yo, Dante, why you always telling these stories about somebody getting violated in prison? Why not? Why not? Why should I not tell the stories? Maybe there might be a teenager out there that's committing crimes. Maybe there's a teenager out there that is about 13, 14, 15, 16. Don't weigh nothing but 100 pounds, 130 pounds. Ain't never been in a fight in their life, but they picking up sticks and taking lives and thinking it's cool. But then when they get in the cell with a man that been down for 30, 40 years, and all he can think of is satisfying his sexual desires on you, then maybe I need to keep making these videos. So that way it might deter one of these youth out there. Now, we don't reach 60,000 subscribers. So that means I got the capability of reaching 60,000 people. And if I can just reach 1 or 10 or 20 of our youth from committing crimes, because this is what people is not talking about. They want to glorify prison like it's a place of fun and adventure. They don't talk about the anxiety that you get of being away from your friends and your family. They don't talk about the stresses and stressors that you get while in prison. And they definitely don't talk about when them young guys go in there that ain't never got into a fight in their life, and some big dude come up to them and rock them, knock them out cold, and they wake up and they bleeding down there, and now they gotta wear a diaper. This is why I make these videos. And I can't help that it's some of y'all people out there that got freaky minds, that y'all real freaky, and look at these videos in a sexual perverted manner. That's on y'all. That's on y'all. But these videos that I'm making when it comes to these situations about men that's getting violated in prison by other men, and for educational purposes, and hopefully it'll deter people from committing crimes. These stories are real and 100% raw. So let's get to it. Now, you get this dude named K-Dog from California. He was running with a certain gang, laying things down, always jumping in the whip, always trying to prove himself. Well, guess what? K-Dog ended up getting picked up, and he got 3 bodies, confirmed bodies that, they was his. K-Dog weapon of choice was that Tech 9, but the Tech 9 kept jamming, but that's another story. So K-Dog get locked up in the LA County. When he go in there, he did not realize, and his homeboys did not tell him that, you're going to have to catch some fades from being from the neighborhood that you in. You're going to have to fight when you get in there. That's off the rip. K-Dog don't want to fight because K-Dog never fought. No matter, I take that back. K-Dog has got into a couple of squabbles, but it was always like a 5-on-2, a 5-on-1, always jumping somebody. He never went head up with nobody. So when he got in his tank, when his ops was in, guards, let me out! Guards! Please get me out of here! They trying to kill me, guards! Please get me out! That's K-Dog. So when K-Dog ended up going up in the mountains, because they gave him natural life without the possibility of parole, they didn't care that K-Dog was 17 years old. And to keep it between me and you, one of the people that he deleted out there in the real world had a relative. And that relative was a guard where he went to. Now, for the people in Cali that's Crips, I'm not going to say the name of this certain inmate, but y'all know who I'm talking about. That guards would put certain dudes in the cell with him as punishment because they know that he was going to drop heavy D off inside of his cellmate. So they would put trouble inmates in the cell with this dude, and he'd drop heavy D off in them as punishment. And then they'll write it up as basically you assaulted him, so he don't get in trouble. And they just break him off, stamps. And he ain't never going home anyway, so he ain't really tripping. He ain't tripping. Y'all look that up too. Y'all know who I'm talking about. So he go in there thinking it's all good. He think he finna go click up with his so-called homeboys, not knowing that one of his OGs from his neighborhood is this dude. And this dude be violating homies from his set. What makes matters worse, the guard put him in there because he deleted one of his family members. So he put him in there on purpose. So the night went like this. Oh, we from the same hood. Oh, what's up, OG? Oh, what's up? Now, dude, when I give y'all the height and weight, y'all gonna know who I'm talking about. Dude, like 6'9", 420, all muscle, right? Body fat, 10%. They in there talking. He like, yo, we from the same hood. Oh, okay, yeah, we here from the same. You know such and such? Yeah, I know such and such. Oh, okay, yeah, they're my people. Okay. Hey, do me a favor, man. I need for you to grab them bars. Huh? Yeah, I need for you to grab them bars. What you mean I gotta grab the bars, OG? I need for you to pull your trousers down and grab the bars. Huh? I ain't gonna ask again. Now, due to YouTube laws and regulation, I'm just gonna spare y'all the gruesome details of what happened. Let's just put it this way. When the guards came to get him that morning, he had to get carried out on the stretcher. Okay? The thing that things should not go in, but things supposed to come out was like this. I know a lot of people think that when they watch my videos, yes, I bring a comedic view to it for y'all to enjoy and to be entertained. But there's nothing to enjoy and be entertained about a man getting his, blew open forcefully by another man. If you would just stay in school, pay attention. It's not that hard. If you would just go get a job, or just keep educating yourself, go to trade school, become a truck driver, become an electrician, a plumber, something that can get you money. Sometimes the fast route is not. Y'all will learn. You will definitely learn. Hopefully you won't learn too late, when you got another man pressed against you and you hollering and screaming and the guards already know what's going on and they ignoring you. But yeah, keep on committing crimes. Keep doing what y'all do, because y'all gonna keep doing it. Because that's how a lot of people is nowadays. You gotta get cracked upside your head for you to understand that life is not a bowl of cherries. But you will figure it out. Anyway, y'all, it's the fall. It's getting cold outside. Y'all go to Dante's store link. It's in the description below. Y'all go cop that merch, man. I got everything from hats, pullovers, jackets, shirts. I even got things for babies and kids. So y'all go over there and y'all go check out the merchandise. In prison, you gotta watch what you say. There's people that you think that you can trust and you can confide in. Prison is one of them places that one would think in a free world, like, it's a bunch of macho men, it's a bunch of scary men in there, violent men. They ain't in there being real catty. And what is catty? Talking, running your mouth. There was this cat that always was running his mouth. And when I say he was running his mouth, he always was telling other people business. And when he get confronted about it, he would lie and be like, oh, it wasn't that, or no, that y'all tripping. I didn't mean it that way. And oh, they lying on me. No, ain't nobody lying. Every time you hear something, you always running your mouth. Okay? In prison, gossiping is like one of the #1 things that go on in there. I'm talking about, and this another thing. The reason why I tell y'all about what you do in the dark will come to light. If you a cat that indulge in certain activities, and y'all know what I'm going with this, if y'all do certain things that y'all do not supposed to do with other men, understand that person that you messing around with that is known to do things, when they get upset, they will put you on blast. They gonna tell somebody. They gonna tell somebody. You might even tell somebody that you think you can trust, that you confided in, and you think you can. You think they gonna keep your secret a secret. They call it pillow talking. So there was a guy that came in there. Of course, it's something I want to say, but I don't want to get flagged. But if you a DL person or a download person, and for some reason when you get to prison you still want to keep it on the low, it's best that you go ahead and come on out. Because if you are a part of an organization and they don't play that type of politics, you can eventually either lose your life, or I done seen where a certain gang end up taking the tattoo right off of a cat body. And the way they took it off was like a medieval type of way, where they held him down. He had a choice. Either we poke you up and get you up out of this world, or you lay down right here. We get the sword of justice and we peel it off you with no anesthetics, no nothing. And this because he was found out to be, doing things that he had no business doing. Now, I tell y'all all the time, in prison, I can never tell y'all how to program. But this is some advice for you cats out there that might be programming that way. That if you like that, man, don't hide it. Just do it, because it can cause so much drama, and sometimes you can lose your life or lose something worse. So anyway, this guy coming there that was on the DL, he started messing around with another guy that was out there. Hold on. His bunkie end up, hold on, y'all, hold on. His cellmate basically walked in on them one day, and dude that was on the DL was like, yo, this, I can explain it. He like, nah, I see what's going on. And he like, I ain't gonna say nothing though. He like, you ain't gonna say nothing? He like, yeah, man, I ain't gonna say nothing. I got you, man. We sellies, man, but next time, don't be doing this in here, man, because, I live in here with you, man, and I don't want no juices and bodily things, on my stuff, So he like, all right, bet. Just don't say nothing. Immediately. Y'all know when I say immediately, his cellie left out the cell, went into the day room, and said, yo, Dante, let me holler at you. This is one of my partners. He said, I said, what's going on? He said, man, don't say nothing, but my cellie, he up there messing with a punk. I said, what? He like, yeah. Now I'm finna tell y'all something. This is how the prison rumor mill always starts. When one person tell one person and tell them not to say something, and it just go down the list, right? So he like, yeah, don't say nothing though. don't say nothing. I said, I bet. I ain't gonna say nothing. 2 days later, I see one of my homies. We playing cards. I said, hey, man, you know so-and-so? He like, yeah. I said, man, white dude was caught messing with so-and-so in the cell. He like, what? I said, yeah, I said, don't say nothing though. Don't say nothing though. Cause they don't really want it blown up like that. But you my guy, don't say nothing though. He like, man, Donta, I ain't gonna say nothing, man. It went from when dude got caught by a cellie and his cellie said, I'm not gonna say nothing, to his cellie telling me, and from me telling my homeboy, to my homeboy telling somebody, to somebody telling somebody, and it just spread it all around the yard. Now, this is where it's about to get crazy. The dude on the DL, remember I told y'all, when you belong to an organization or try to get into an organization, some of these organizations do not condone that activity. Well, he was trying to get into an organization, and the word already went out that, yo, he is messing around with, or half messed around with, a known person that get down like that. And they just straight up told him, like, nah, we can't accept you because A, B, and C, and whoop-de-whoop, and you know what you, right? So he was mad at my partner that told me, and he was mad that he couldn't get at, because he know this only person he told. But then he thought about it like, well, maybe it was the person that he was messing with that could have told too. Keep that in mind. Well, the organization like, you know what? Let's use him. Let's use him. We want you to do something to your cellie. Now, the reason why I'm going to withhold the race of the cellie and my homeboy, because I don't want y'all to pay attention to that situation. Basically, he wanted to, the organization that dude was trying to get into wanted him to do something to the cellie. And he figured like, you know what? It's a win-win, because I can get in the organization by putting in this work, and plus it'll look like, you know, I'm about my business, and I'm going to get the guy that started this rumor about me. So nobody else will try to start a rumor about me, and it'll be consequences behind it. So here Donta go on the yard. Me and 3 of my homeboys from Detroit is walking this way. My homeboy, the 4th cat that told me and who was walked in on what he walked in on, was at the end. The guy had a lock on him. I don't even know how he got it out there on the yard. He came out of nowhere. Boom. When he hit my man, boom. Knocked his teeth out. Or 1, 2, 3. Gone. Shot that way. Immediately, me and my other 3 partners instantly get on him. Now, what we did to him, put it this way. He regained conscious maybe 2 days later, and all of us went to the hole. The organization that sent him to crash out did not have his back at all, because they still felt some type of way about his activity, and they know that he did it. So they just basically sent him to crash out, and they got a point on the blacks. So, the point of me telling y'all this story is for that, for the people that be wondering, like, yo, do men be gossiping in prison? Yes, men. And no shot at ladies, no shot at the women, but men gossip more than women in prison. They do, man. If you don't want nobody to know something about you, don't tell nobody. You can't trust nobody. Nobody. Not even your best friend. So just be careful with whatever information that you got, because a lot of people cannot hold water. Y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about, who was that? Let me know in the comment section, y'all. This ain't got nothing to do with this story, but let me know in the comment section if y'all ready for Donta to drop these paranormal and supernatural and scary stories in October. Y'all ready? It's the fall, baby. Y'all ready for them stories? Let me know in the comment section, okay? Everybody be asking me, they be like, yo, Donta, when you dropping the merch? The merch, my store, it's in the description below. All you just got to do is click on that where it say click link for merch. Click on that and it'll take you straight to the store. I charge $10 to promote your business and or your social media channel. Okay? All you just got to do is email me. The email is in the description below too. I'm going to start going live. I'm going to be playing Call of Duty, Warzone, and Modern Warfare 3, and DMC too. Real soon. I'm gonna be going live so y'all can watch me play the video game, and I'll be kicking it with y'all. With that, y'all, Donta love y'all. I'm out. Oh, also, if y'all love the Donta Show Network, man, put something in the Cashapp or PayPal, man. I don't care if it's $1. I don't care if it's $500. It's all well received. And if you can't put nothing in there, at least hit that like button. With that, y'all, I'm out. When a man is fed up with life and you can't say nothing to him because everything that you say to him irritates him, you just got to stay away from cats like that in prison. Because what you don't know is that this man done made up in his mind that he ain't never going home. KB, and this is the last story that I'm going to tell about KB, y'all. One day, I'm laying on my bed, you know, doing me. I see KB pacing back and forth in front of my cell. So I'm thinking like, oh, here we go again. KB on one. So I lean over and open up my peanut butter jar and I pull out the sword of justice. Because if KB run up in his cell, I can't beat KB hand to hand, fist to fist. But with this sword of justice, I can and will even the odds. I'm noticing him just walking back and forth. Now he slapping his bald head, right? So I'm like, man, what is up with dude? I don't really want to say nothing to him because, you know, if y'all been listening to my stories and y'all been hearing about KB, man, y'all know that this dude is not an easy dude to get along with. Let alone you can't even really have a conversation with this dude without him getting an attitude or him, you not knowing what type of mood this dude in, and he might just activate extreme violence on you. So I'm like, okay, worst case scenario, he come in this cell, I'm gonna delete him. All right. So he walks off. So I'm like, okay, good. So I put the sword of justice back in the peanut butter. And I creep up to the door and I look down to the left and I see him like pacing back and forth this other cell. And I'm like, man, what is he doing? Because KB cell is this way. So he's standing in front of this cell. I'm like, man, what is KB doing? And he just walk up in the cell. This cell that he walked into was this young black dude. This young black dude, he was one of them type of cats that always wanted to be down, trying to find his way in life. And I ain't had no problem with him. And I don't know what issue KB had with him, but KB ended up going into his cell. All I heard was, "Hey, bro, what you doing? What you doing?" KB done walked into this young cat's cell and took all his commissary and told him to shut his mother effing mouth before he take his teeth out his mouth. When KB say things like that, always know that he is willing and able and capable of doing that. So take all the KB threats seriously. And this young dude, he wasn't nothing but about 5'8", 140 pounds. And y'all know how big KB is, right? So dude couldn't do nothing with him. So KB just took all the stuff and walked out. And then he went to his cell. Dude come out. Now he pacing back and forth. And then KB come back out and he like, "Move out my way." So dude moved out his way. And dude came to me, he like, hey bro, man, what should I do? What should I do? I said, well, I'm gonna tell you what I would have done, but I'm gonna tell you what you gonna do. What I would have done is when he stepped to when I seen, you had to see him in front of your cell before you walked in there. When he was in front of your cell, like he was literally just in front of my cell, I pulled the sword of justice out. Because if he would have came in my cell, it just would have been knife play. I said, what you need to do, since I can already tell by looking at you that you ain't really ready for that type of static. See, people say all the time what they do and what they won't do. But if you never been in a situation where you really have to do something to somebody because it's either you or them and there's not no in between, when you have to be put in a predicament where you have to have a knife or a razor or a bone crusher and you gotta rest that steel inside of another man's flesh, you really don't know what you would do. And a lot of cats, they not willing to push that blade. But I tell y'all this though, the first time I was put in a predicament, and we're gonna get back to the story. When I was put in a predicament, the first time that I had to push that blade, a lot of thoughts came in my head, a lot of thoughts. And I'll tell y'all that right quick. This, when I was first locked up in Fulton County, and it was a gang war. And as soon as I hit that tank, it was some Bloods over here, and it was some Crips over here. And here go Dante right in the middle. And what they said was, you gotta choose a side. You gotta choose a side. It ain't no running solo. Either you gonna get down with them or you get down with us, or you gonna get stabbed. Who you rolling with? I looked over here to the Crips and I looked over here to the Blood. I see that it's strength in numbers over here with the Crips. I'm with y'all. When I got in line, I faded all the way to the back. Somebody hit me off a banger, and the first things in my head, I said, you know what? I'm only in here for some tickets. I'm not trying to take nobody's life and end up getting 15, 20 years. These was the thoughts that was going in my head. But when it popped off, it was a dog eat dog. It was either stab or get stabbed. So that was the first time that Dante ever had to push that blade, and I pushed it. And I also got the blade pushed on me, as y'all can tell right there. So anyway, so yeah, let's get back to the story. So now, dude, like, man, he too big. He too big. I said, let me tell you something, man. It's a lot of dudes that's big in this prison. A lot of cats. But you mean to tell me you not gonna do nothing to him because he big? Man, I don't want dude to hurt me. Okay, that's fair enough. That's a fair assessment. But what happens is, now that even though KB ain't no boy chaser, even though he not like that, but what if he was, and he came in your cell like he did, and he took all your commissary? What if he came in his cell and put the white sheet up and wanted to take your man virginity? What you gonna say? Oh, he too big? Yeah, you gonna be saying, oh, he too big while your butt is in a sling in an infirmary. So he said, so what should I do? I said, well, either go in there with this and I hit him off with the sword of justice and go get your stuff back, or go drop a dime on him. Y'all like, drop a dime? Dropping a dime is dropping a kite. Tell the CEOs, like, yo, I fear for my life. You ain't gotta say no names. They say, yo, I just need to get out of here. I feel like my life in danger, and they'll roll you out and send you somewhere else. It's dropping a kite. It's dropping a dime. He said, well, bruh, I don't want to be no snitch. I said, listen, dude, you only got 1 year. You ain't here for child support, man. You ain't here for, don't get tricked. Prison ain't nothing but military mind games. I said, don't get tricked up in here, man. So I said, go drop that kite or go push the blade. Long story short, he did not drop a kite. This is now where the meat and potatoes come into play. So KB is down there in the day room playing cards with this older white cat. KB ain't losing no hands, and even when he losing, he's still winning. He acting like Debo. I won. You what? That's what he doing. I didn't see it from my own eyes. This is what I was told. But when KB had his back turned, the young dude that KB, took his stuff, he came behind KB and hit him with that right here in the neck. Hence the thumbnail, KB ain't never coming home. The legendary KB got his life deleted by a younger inmate that he took his commissary from. Don't feel bad for KB, y'all. KB was a menace in prison, where he done hurt many men. KB done put the pressure on many men in prison. Check this out, y'all. I charge $10 a video to promote your business and your social media channels. This far, I got a lot of content, supernatural, paranormal stories, ghost stories for y'all. Y'all make sure y'all be in the building, okay? And bless that Cash App if y'all want to support the Donta Show Network. All right? With that, y'all, I'm out. Sometimes in prison, you meet old timers. And I'm talking, when I say old timers, I'm talking about people that have been down for 15, 20 years. You can't argue with these people. They set in their ways. And if you violate them in any capacity, sometimes they'll just lay on you, meaning they'll wait. They might don't give you immediate justice and violence. They might just wait it out. I met this cat, this older dude, been down 32 years for armed robbery and capital N-word, okay? He was the type of dude that he was just uncomfortable to be around. He was the type that he just felt like, I ain't never going home. So if anybody come in my zone right here and violate it and disrespect me, there's nothing stopping me and holding me back from pulling out that SOJ, which is the sword of justice, and pushing that blade. Guards really stayed out of his way because they felt like, yo, we got to go home. Female guards is like, yo, I got a husband and kids to go home to. Male guards like, I got a wife and kids to go home to. I'm here for 10, 12 hours, then I'm going home. I'm not about to lose my life over a disagreement. I have to be the law in here, but that inmate right there, he kind of hard to chew on. Because I know at any given moment, this dude could flip out and try to take my life. And the thing about it, if he don't take my life, I know he's going to try to injure me injure me real bad. So these guards would have to pick their battles with this dude. So they just let him get away with a lot because they just didn't want to deal with him. Now, if the guards was feeling that way about him, and I know y'all would say, well, they need to just put him in a hole forever. Well, there's laws now that you cannot keep an inmate in there past 6 months, okay? You can only put an inmate in a hole for 6 months, and then he got to be released until he do something else. Now, there is wiggle room where, you know, they might let him out and lie on the paperwork and say, like, he assaulted a guard when we was checking them, so give him additional 6 months. But at this particular prison, they played by the rules. And him knowing the rules, he was ready to crash out. He ain't care. Now, with this particular inmate, I'm going to say when I got there, there was an incident where a guard this female guard was just so tired of this dude, just tired of him. She paid 2 inmates to do something to him, and these were new inmates. Now, she knew she couldn't pay no inmate that been there and know about this cap. No, she got 2 inmates to do something to him. They didn't know the level of violence that this man will go to. See, they thought that they was going in there to jump on him. She paid them to beat him up. But she didn't tell them the level of violence that this man was capable of. But they found out, so people, y'all. Female guard ended up paying these 2 young cats to go in there to go whip them out. She popped their cells. They came out. He was in his cell doing whatever. They went in there, whipped him. They beat that man, beat him bad. But he kept it G. He didn't report it. He didn't go to the hospital. None of that. But he kept a mental note. Him and him. I ain't got nothing but time. So he healed up, right? First cat. They walk in the yard. Now, before I tell y'all this, I gotta let y'all know this. He had no allies. Nobody dealt with him. He had no friends. He had no homeboys. No nobody. He was in there alone with just doing his time. So here he go. He walk in the yard, right? And he see one of the cats. Now, I don't know, was this dude into it with his baby mama, but I know dude was stressing, okay? You can always tell when somebody's stressing about something in there, right? So he in there like, they're stressing over there by the pool area, right? And the pool, we didn't have no pool in there. We just called it the pool area because when it rained, it was a lot of water that was in this one spot, and we just called that the pool area, okay? He was over there by the pool area. All I know is I seen the young cat standing up, and then the next, I just seen them, I guess the old timer grabbed him by his legs and swooped him up and put his face inside of the water. So he was basically drowning him. But luckily there was a guard that seen this on the tower and gave us that warning shot. Boom, boom. Everybody hit the floor. Everybody hit I hit the deck. Dude stopped. He said, I ain't forget, right? Guards came, rushed him, took him to the hole, right? He was in there for maybe about 3 months. That was the first guy. Second guy, we at the lunchroom. Now this is where it's about to get crazy. We in the lunchroom. It's lunchtime. We all up in there. The second guy, he over there just eating like it ain't no thing. You know, he done put hands and feet on a couple of cats already. So he ain't tripping. He eating his food. Old timer come out of nowhere with a bone crusher. I want y'all to follow me. When you in prison, you never let your guard down. Because the moment that you let your guard down is when it's gonna happen to you. And this what happened. So dude just eating. Old timer come over there. He say, move over. He looked at him, not even recognizing this is the guy that y'all beat up. He looked at him up and down, whatever. He said, I don't ask twice. He looked at him. He said, man, get the out my face. When he said out my face, when the E left his mouth and he turned this way, he came down with the bone crusher. Boom. This guy, his eyes was like fluttering. His eyes rolled in the back of his head. And he started grunting, but he couldn't get up. It was almost like a mad scientist doing something to a subject head, right? To the point where dude was just shaking, but he couldn't move. And then he snatched the bone crusher out. And when he did that, just when all the red liquid just started sprouting out of his head, getting on cats. People like, man, what the? Got crazy up in there. He took the bone crusher and got up out of there. I had an incident with this cat one time where we was going down this corridor. And when you're walking down this corridor, you're supposed to have courtesy. Now, I'm coming this way and he coming this way. Usually when two people coming this way, you know, you got to adjust your shoulder like this to let the other person pass, right? It's just common courtesy. I turned my shoulder this way. He kept his stiff and bumped me. I said, don't you see me right here, man? He turned around. He said, see what? Now, right then and there, y'all, I was about to get it on with him. But I was about to go to a visit, and I didn't want to mess that up. So I had a choice to make. Either pop it off right here and right now with this dude and mess up your visit, or just let it go and walk off and go to your visit and then handle it later. So y'all know what I did. I handled it later. Now, I'm going to tell y'all about that story later, okay, in another video. But people out there be asking me, they be like, yo, Dante, we trying to get the merch. We need to hit that like button, the spread eagle style, the immediate violence shirts, man. Where that hit that like button and hard press merchandise at? If you click the link in the description below, in the description, you will see it'll say click link for merch. You click that link, it'll take you to my store. Get over there, check it out. I got things for men, women, babies, and kids, okay? Or y'all go just check the store out, man. And if y'all been feeling these videos, I need for y'all to lean on the Cashapp just a little bit. I don't care if you put $1 in there. I don't care if you put $10,000 in there. For the people that can't bless the Cashapp or the PayPal, at least hit that like button because it's all appreciated. I charge $10 a video to promote your social media channels and or your business. Just email me and we'll get it going. My email is in the description below also. Also, y'all, I got them paranormal stories just coming. Them spooky stories just coming real soon. October 1st, y'all, is on. Also, I will be going live real soon here. I'm going to be playing Call of Duty, Warzone, DMZ, zombies, all that. That'll be coming soon for my gamers that like when I game. Y'all will be able to see me and I'll be interacting with y'all, but that's what we got coming up. With that, y'all, Dante love y'all. Y'all hit that like button, share the video. And with that, y'all, I'm out. Let me tell y'all something. Even though cannabis is legal in Michigan, even though you have an option to carry an ounce of cannabis before it turns into a misdemeanor, just because you can do something, just because you are allowed to do something, that don't mean you should do it. Y'all know how I feel about alcohol. I think alcohol should be up there with cocaine and other extreme substances, because you drink a certain amount of alcohol, you can wreck a lot of lives drinking and driving. So this is where we come into play, where driving high and driving can get you, like homeboy in the thumbnail, life for vehicular manslaughter. And oh no, that's no. Let's get to it. But before we get to this story, if y'all want Donta merchandise, please go to my community tab. Every time I post a picture or a post, my link to my store is right there. Or you can go to the description of this video or any video and click on the link that say click link for merch and cop that. Now let's get to this story. So you get a cat named Twan. He was just so happy when Michigan passed the law that cannabis is legal and you can carry an ounce, right? So he just blazing. You know, he in the car like Donta is right now, just blazing, just riding. No care in the world. Well, he did not see this woman that was pushing the stroller. He didn't see her. He didn't see the two little kids that was with her. So there's 3 kids. What he do, being high out of his mind, boom, 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 hit him. The mother lived. The newborn baby that was in the stroller got deleted. The other 2 kids that was there too, deleted instantly. He kept going. He sobered up real quick after he hit them. But his mind was still messed up, so he just kept going. Panic. The police got behind him. Now this done turned to a whole nother thing, because now he's fleeing and eluding. Eventually, about 15 minutes later, he ended up crashing out. Boom. He wake up in the hospital, handcuffed to the hospital bed. And well, when he come to, you, Mr. Oh, because weed is legal, I can smoke all day, get high every day. You decide to exercise your rights and drive high. Now you in prison. And you ain't never going home. Never going home. You got 3 bodies, 3 babies under your belt. Nah. People, the convicts, they ain't looking at him with bad charges. You know, actually some of the convicts kind of feel bad. But not me. Nah, not me. Side note. If you're going to get high, do it at home. If you're going to get drunk, do it at home. And if you got kids at the house, do it away from them. Go lock yourself in the basement or your room, okay? Because whether you're driving high or drunk, you still have the potential, but not even the potential. You still... You got a higher chance of injuring somebody or deleting somebody out of this world when you driving like that. Well, anyway, so he ended up in the penitentiary, mad at himself. His girlfriend had left him. His mama already was fighting for her life, fighting that cancer battle. Everything just... One day, I was smoking good, was living my life. The next couple weeks, I'm in the penitentiary. doing 30 years. They give him 10 years for each body. So now he's sitting in the penitentiary and he thinking like, well, I'm here. I might as well just fall into the things of prison. I'm here. I'm here. In prison, your appearance is usually the first thing that cats judge you by. They always say never judge a book by its cover. Sometimes you do have to judge a book by its cover because, I mean, there is the rare exception of you might get a skinny guy that don't look like much, but then he'll push that blade and you'll be like, oh, we didn't know. Well, nah, this dude, you could judge him by his cover. He wasn't built like that. Well, him not being built like that, I'm gonna tell y'all this. There was another inmate in there that he just always was angry. And he would want to find things just to get angry about, to produce a certain level of violence on soft inmates. And when he heard about dude charges, all he focused on was that he deleted 3 children. So he took it upon himself to go beat up on dude. He went in the cell, got the boom, 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 beat him up. This went on for maybe about 3 days of a beat down. Till one day, the dude that deleted the kids, he ended up getting a hold of a piece of steel, one of them sword of justices. And he said, enough is enough. So here we go, walking the yard. I'm over there playing basketball, shooting hoops with some of my homies. And all I know is, pop, pop. I seen a rumble between him and the dude that always trying to, bully people. But what I did not see was that sword of justice. I thought they was over there fighting. But the bully was getting poked up. The bully ended up losing his life. Hence the thumbnail. Dude ain't never going home. He ended up catching a street charge. A street charge. When you locked up in prison, you can get fresh charges, street charges, if you commit a crime in prison, especially if you delete somebody. So he had to go to court. They found him guilty. He got life without the possibility of parole. He already got 30 years. 30 years. But his minimum on them 30 years was 15. So he could have paroled out in 15 years for them 3 bodies that he got. So they gave him 15 to 30. But now this new charge he got, life without the possibility of parole. That means he is going to delete himself in there, either by natural causes or somebody gonna take him out, or whatever the case is. The whole point of this video is because I know there's a lot of people that like to indulge in cannabis, and especially where it's legal at, y'all just flaunting it. There's people that like to get intoxicated, and I get it. A lot of us, we be going through things, but like I said, man, do it at home, man. And if you can't do it in the safety of your house and you have to go get in your car, do not start that car up and start moving. Stay your tail in the driveway. Don't go nowhere, because your mind is altered. Your mind is already not there. So just stay home, man, because you could be having a good time right here, right now, listening to Dante. And then a couple of days later, you're in the county jail, facing 30 years in the penitentiary. And then you ain't no punk. So somebody stepped to you in there, now you done caught a fresh new charge. You done caught a body. You ain't never coming home. I need for y'all to hit that like button. I need for everybody that's listening to me, let me know in the comment section. I need for y'all to say, Dante, you right. In the regards of, if you're going to indulge in these substances, stay home. Or tell me I'm wrong, because maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, it's me, y'all. I gotta be tripping. But let me know in the comment section if I'm tripping. Share this video, y'all. Y'all have to share this video, because maybe one person, you might don't like me, you might don't care what I'm saying, but it might be one person out there that might hear my voice and change and be like, you know what? I was going to go out tonight and drink, but nah, I'm going to stay home. I'm going to stay home. Or maybe I was going to roll a fatty but you know what? I'm going to stay home. With that, y'all, I'm out. I wish that the prison politics was not the way that they are. You would think that when men violate other men in a way, well, y'all read the thumbnail, that other men would stand up and protect the weak. But prison is nothing but a dog-eat-dog world. There's no room to have compassion for other inmates. It's one of them things, it's like a catch-22 thing, man. If you stand up for a weak inmate, you gotta be able and willing to put out extreme violence. What do I mean by that? Because let's say you got a cat in there that's getting picked on or getting violated, and y'all know what I mean when I say violated, by another inmate, and you step up and try to protect that person, right? If that person ain't willing to step up and protect himself, and you get involved, not only your life can be in danger, because in certain circumstances, there's cats that will try to take your life and not just try to hit you with a lock in the sock or try to activate hands and feet. There's some men that's locked up in prison that if they feel like you disrespecting them or buttoning their business, that they gonna wanna ice you. Okay, so the situation was this. There was this cat, I'm not gonna say his name, but I'm gonna tell y'all where he's from. Dude was from Pennsylvania, okay, this white cat. He come in there, he was a user, a powder sniffer, right? When you go to prison and you ain't kicked that habit, you tend to want to seek out that habit in prison. And he went out and seeked that habit. Matter of fact, he got right into the swing of things when he hit the block. So he met this black dude that was bringing in that powder. Now, what he did not know was this black dude was a man lover, if you know what I mean. But he wasn't like the Fleece Johnson. He will basically, if he'll give you things, and if you can't pay him back, he like, well, we could go in the cell and work it out. Well, this white guy that was, a powder sniffer, he got in debt with him. And one time, I seen it happen with my own two eyes. I seen him in the shower tweaking. I walked in there and I told y'all, like, when you go in the shower room, right, you got 5 stalls, but you gotta, to get into each stall, there's a door that you open, and then you got a bench right there, and then you got the actually shower thing right there that you can step in and handle your business. I seen on the main walkway right here where the 5 stars at, the white guy was on the floor tweaking. I'm talking about he was zooted out of his mind. And he was just laying there like just shaking. I just stepped over him and got in the shower, took care of my business. Now, I'm not exactly sure what substance that they was indulging in that had them zombified like that, but whatever it was, it make your body lock up and you start convulsing, like you like clam up and start shaking. For you for you inmates, well, for you people that might find yourselves in prison, this is why I say stay away from doing these type of activities, because you leave yourself vulnerable. You will be an easy target. You'll be easy prey for a man to do whatever he wants to you, and you won't be able to fight back. You won't be able to do nothing but get violated or worse. I done seen some evil men do some evil things in prison that you like, why would you even do that? Why? Like, what bottom, where did you come from? Are you a demon? Like, why would you do that? For entertainment? Like, why? But anyway, the white guy I was talking about, so I seen him in full effect on the ground, zooted. Some days ago by where he didn't have no commissary to pay dude. So like clockwork, man, like every day around 6 o'clock, right after chow time, dude will go into his cell and he'll put the white sheet up. I tell y'all all the time that I can never tell another man how to program. I can't. But I can give y'all advice of what to do and what not to do. And what not to do is, when you get to prison, do not get into taking illegal substances. Okay, I can't say the D word on here and it ends with an S. Do not get high, because that right there is a gateway that can, even with cannabis, don't even use that, okay? Because that is really all is a gateway. And I know when you in prison, you just want to sometimes take your mind somewhere else when you don't want to be here. I get that. I totally understand that. But understand, your mind might be zooted and out of your body, but your body still remain in that prison. Your body still remain in that cell. Your body is still accessible to bandits that don't care whether you awoke or sleep. If it's like an easy picking, an easy target. Oh, this person ain't gonna fight? They knocked out? Man, I'm about to grab this dude and bring him into my cell and do whatever I want to do to him. This is the realities of prison, man, that a lot of people do not understand and don't get. There's a lot of young cats out there that be indulging in all type of illegal substances. But here's the thing, when you get to prison, yeah, there's plenty of these things that you got access to, and there are plenty of it. But also know this, you just got there. These pushers of these products, they get you in so much debt, that you think that you will be able to pay that debt back with commissary. I done seen a little bag of whatever, right? Dude said it's $100, $100 for this little bag of whatever it was, $100. I seen where a cat sent the Cashapp in from his people from outside to pay $500 for 5 of these bags. And he went through that bag in that day. Okay, and it wasn't cannabis, it was something hard and it was something white. Dude looked healthy that was doing this. After about a month of him hitting that ROC, dude was looking, that's all he could think about was getting that ROC, to the point where he maxed out. No more commissary, no more favors, no more nothing. The only thing that he had left was his manhood. And to that pusher, his manhood was, well, I'm gonna spare y'all the details, but it was a fair exchange to the pusher. He like, well, I got something that you want, and you got something I need. And well, there you go. Check this out, y'all. Everybody been asking me about the merch. If you want one of them hoodies or the shirts, I got all type of merch for all type of people. For women, men, children, even babies. Okay, y'all go check out the store. The link to my store is in the description, right? It's a click link for merch. Click that. Y'all go check it out. Also, if y'all been feeling the Donta Show Network, I want y'all to hit that Cash App. Bless that Cash App. I don't care if it's $1 or $10,000. It's all appreciated, okay? If y'all like the content, let's put something, let's slide in the Cash App just a little bit. And if y'all say, oh, well, I don't got Cash App, Donta, well, drop something in the PayPal. Come on, y'all stop acting like that, man. Look out for your man, right? This October, y'all, I'm coming with them spooky stories, them paranormal stories, all of that. So y'all be on the lookout. I will be playing Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3, Warzone, DMZ, live real soon here, y'all. I just got to get my gaming set up. So, oh yeah, y'all, the movie will be coming out November 24th, all right? But I'm only releasing it to the members. So make sure you become a member to get that exclusive content, okay? Because only my members gonna be able to see the movie before I release it to the public, okay? So that is an incentive for y'all to become a member and also support the Donta Show Network. And with that, y'all, Donta love y'all. I'm out. I dropped a video not too long ago about when this white boy that was about to get victimized by 3 booty bandits, I stepped in and I put him on game and got him out that situation. Just recently, I guess the video went viral again, and I got a lot of low down demonic scoundrel emailing me saying, oh, that was a bad look. You shouldn't have did that. Let me tell you something. There are good white people in this world. Sure, there is a lot of racist people out here in the world, but Donta personally done met some good white people, okay? When it comes down to it, the main question was, well, why you ain't try to save no black dude from getting turned out? Let me tell you something. You don't know what I did. The only thing that you know is what I share with you, okay? So a lot of times I done put black dudes on game about certain cats. Why would I not do that? It's like here on the YouTube world, and I'm about to get to the story. In the YouTube world, it's like, you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. If I try to save a white boy, then it's like I'm doing something wrong. But I don't know. For you cats that was writing me, y'all know what y'all can do. I'm not a violent man anymore, but that don't mean I can't get violent. I don't want to go back to the penitentiary at all. But I tell you what, right is right and wrong is wrong. For the people that don't know what's going on, when I was locked up, it was these 3 guys that will always press up on young white inmates. Either they'll do a hard press or they'll do a soft press. Also, y'all, I got my merch in the description below. It say click link for merch in the description, section, and I got the new hard press shirts up on the store right now. But anyway, so hey, be quiet. I'm doing the video. Quiet down. Hold on. Hey, quiet down. I'm doing the video. You hear me? Get that trash up. Close that bag. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, in the description below, I got the hard press shirts. Just click on the link to get that merchandise. And I got things for women and kids and babies too. And I got bags and stuff too, but y'all go check it out. But anyway, so it was these 3 booty bandits that was in there. And what they'd do, they'd work as a team. They would either press up on, like hard press on the cat, or they'd play military mind games, such as one will run up in your room and probably rough you up and take your stuff. And then the other 2 will come to the rescue and basically defend you and help you until it get to a certain point where now they asking you to do things for them, you know, that men shouldn't be asking other men to do with them. And that's the soft press. And then eventually they end up running a train on that individual. Now, this particular white guy came in there. He looked like he was about 21. Matter of fact, he looked like Harry Potter. And when he was in there, he said that his baby mama was always abusing him. Now look, y'all, dude was nothing but maybe about 5'7", maybe at best 110, 115 in weight. And you know, he showed me a picture of his baby mama, and this chick, now, hey, I like all women, okay? But this chick was like an Amazonian type of woman. This was a big woman. She looked like she was about 6'1". Big, heavy set white chick too. But so if you looked at the 2 comparisons between them 2, yeah, he couldn't do nothing with her, man. But anyway, he said that, you know, she always was verbal abusive, physically abusive throughout their whole relationship. And I said, why didn't you just leave? And he said, you know, it was just you can't help who you love type of situation. So he said that he just dealt with it, especially when she got pregnant by him. He felt like he was trapped. So he said, you know, one day they got into an argument about him getting up and getting the baby bottle or whatever, and she bust him upside the head with the remote control. Hold on, y'all. Thought somebody was at my gate. But she bust him upside the head with the remote control. And he was like, man, forget this. I'm a man. I'm about to go for mine. So he said, you know, he got up and got the beep 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 Nickelodeon, just got the working her out. And y'all know my saying, no man should ever put their hand on a woman. But what a man to do if this chick got over 100 pounds on you and you just this fragile old thing, and you can't let her just do whatever the heck she want to do to you. You know, you gonna have to, in that case, if I looked at the comparisons, yo, he had to do what he had to do. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. But anyway, so he get up and, you know, he put hands on her. The mama, knowing the history between them, because they lived with her mama, and, you know, he stayed in the basement, she stayed in the basement. The mama, knowing the history that her daughter be putting hands on him and dogging him out, she called the police on him. So when he get locked up, he in there for domestic violence. But this is the part that he left out, though. You see, he used to wet his nose with that powder. And, well, he got caught with that powder, and it was bagged up, a couple of baggies. So they hit him with another charge of having controlled substance intent to sell. That's what gave him all his charges. He had to plead down. So he basically ended up getting 1 year and a day in prison. So this his whole backstory. Now, yo, so when he come in there, you know, I'm hollering out, I'm talking to him, I'm letting him know what's what. Okay, I'm letting him know. Yeah, it be this black cart. I'm gonna have to see where this car be going to. It be this black cart. Now I stay like in a real private area, and not too many people, you know, come on this road. I don't even stay on the street. I stay on the road. But I got a big privacy gate, and it's just this car that be creeping through here sometimes. But I'm sorry y'all from getting away from the story, but I'm gonna follow that dude one day. But anyway, so you know, me and him kicking, and he telling me what's going on, and I believe him. I believe him. So the booty bandits, I see them plotting on them. I know they play, and I tell them, like, I can't protect you in here. I can't, because my life will be in danger if I stand up to these cats. But what you gotta do, you need to go to that control booth and tell that CO. And the CO was a black older woman that was zero tolerance. And the reason why I told him to hurry up and go tell her that he feared for his life and he need to get out of here, because the other guards didn't care. They felt like, yo, you shouldn't be here in prison. Deal with it. But she had a heart. So I told him, I said, hey, you ain't gonna make it in here, man. I said, you see them cats right there? They was over there by the ping pong table. I said, they are going to try to betroth you. He said, what do that mean? I said, they gonna try to take your butt. He said, what? I said, listen, you got to get out of here. You need to go to the control booth and tell the guard that you fear for your life, okay? If she asks you what's going on, just say you don't want to talk about it, and you just got to get out of here. You feel like your life is in danger, okay? So he said, okay. And then that's when I end up getting to a little bit of friction with one of the booty bandits, because he approached me later on about it. Now, and y'all know how that ended. It ended in immediate violence where Donta had to go get put in the hole, and dude end up getting put in the infirmary. But it's my guard dog that y'all be hearing barking. He be roaming the premises. Like, in my yard is the privacy gate, and then the second part is another gate, and that's where the dog patrol the grounds right there. And then it's the main gate to get into my property. I'm sitting on 4 acres, but I'm literally way up here in the front of the house. But anyway, man, again, I just want to say this, man. For the people that thought that Donta is a racist for whatever reason, that right there goes to show you, like, I'm not no racist. I care and love everybody that care and love me, okay? There's evil white people, there's evil black people, okay? I judge people on how they treat me. And this white dude that I basically saved from getting his manhood taken, y'all know, for all you prison cats out there, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know it's just some dudes that y'all know that don't supposed to be in there. And y'all know, and I know it's the prison, the predators versus the prey. I get it, but it's just some cats that should be off limits, man. And y'all know, y'all prison dudes, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. So we not gonna play military mind games about that. But yeah, I got a lot of supernatural stories that I'm going to be dropping real soon here, y'all, in October. If y'all check out my YouTube shorts, y'all will see snippets of what's coming. I'm going to be going to haunted houses, going to people's houses that be experiencing paranormal activities, going to places that got real legit ghost story backgrounds. It's finna get real crazy for the coming month of October, y'all. So y'all just stay tuned, man. I drop a video every day, y'all, at 11 a.m. But I'm going to switch it and start dropping it at 6 p.m. So from here on out, y'all, just be on the lookout. I'm dropping a video every day at 6 p.m., y'all. And every day I will drop a short. And I'm thinking about going live time and time, playing Call of Duty Warzone or Modern Warfare 3. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about Donta going live playing the game. And again, y'all, I got my store up and running. The merchandise is already here. It's in the description below. Just click on that link. Also, I charge $10, just $10, y'all, $10 to promote your business or your social media channels. All you got to do is email me, man. My email is in the description below. Okay, just email me. Send me the link to your business or your social media page, and I will promote it for $10, okay? And how I do that, I will send you the thumbnail the day before to let you know, okay, this is where I'm going to put your business or your social media promotion on this video. So that way you will know exactly when your video promotion will be dropped. For the people that already paid for promotion and haven't seen your video yet, I'm still working on it. I just got to put it in an intricate way that YouTube won't flag the video, because they doing something weird now with promotions for some reason. But I have to do it in a slick way to get y'all. But I got y'all, so be patient. I got you. But like I said, y'all, this is the Donta Show Network. Dante love y'all. And for you racists out there, you black racists, especially y'all that was in my inbox, y'all know what y'all can do. I'm out. In prison, you already don't got nothing, okay? You limited of what you can get on commissary if your people can send you white t-shirts, socks, drawers, whatever the case is. But there was this guy by the name of, what is dude's name? We just gonna call him Black, okay? He was from Flint, Michigan. And this dude was a thief. I'm talking about this dude. All right, here it goes. So in the shower stall, right? One day I went to go get in the shower. Yeah, I think his name was Black. His name probably was Black. And no, his name was Country. That's what his name was, y'all. His name was Country. It was just this dude from Flint, Michigan by the name of Country. And he was real black and real skinny, right? And this dude was a thief, okay? I remember, now I went to get in the shower. When you go into the shower room, you got like 5 stalls this way, and they single man stalls. So, okay, so let's say you open this door, but it's like maybe about 2 feet of air from the ground to the part of the door. So you can lift your hand under there and go to the right and touch something like a bench where you can put your stuff at. So when you walk in here, you open this door, you got a bench where you can put your soap, your towels, and your clothes and stuff right there. And then you open that part up and you actually get into the shower. You can close that part, okay? So you can hear somebody open your door right there, all right? Now, I put my stuff right here. So all my stuff is right there on that bench. Why Country, and I didn't see it, but I can only imagine what he did. So, like I said, in prison, you already ain't got too much of anything. So everything that you got is precious. Why this dude had to get on his hands and knees, put his hand under my door thing, do like this, and grab my drawers. So here I go, when I get out the shower and I'm drying off, and I go to get my towel and dry off, and I'm going to get my drawers, and my drawers are not there. So I'm like, who the heck took my, and I'm tripping? Anyway, that's just one thing. Now, when you're in prison, when you get a radio, an MP3 player, or your TV, what they do is they stamp it. You get your prison inmate number is stamped on your property. Country, what he used to do, he was like, he would watch cats and just watch them. Learn a daily routine, because that's all he got is time. He ain't want to hustle to get money. He ain't want to gamble. Nothing. He just wanted to steal. So what he'd do, especially white cats, white dudes, he really liked to get on them, because where I was at, the white guys really wasn't violent like that. And a lot of them, just didn't want no trouble. They just wanted to, you know, do their time and get out of there. And usually they let a lot of stuff ride. And actually, in reality, where I was at this prison I was at, it was more relaxed because didn't nobody really want to get in trouble and risk going to a higher facility, because this is the time when you come here, you chill, you do your time, and you about to get out. Everybody here had 4 years and under where I was at. But Country, he kept pushing that line on the white dudes. That, anyway, I told y'all about the TV. So what he'd do, he'd watch a white cat. Let's say the guy go to lunch or go to the chow house. He'd go up in his cell, take his TV, get some type of tool and try to etch out the dude number on there, right? And then he'll put it back. Then he'll go get another white guy TV and etch out this the inmate number. So he'll do that with like 5 TVs, right? So now you got 5 unrecognizable property TVs that's out there. So that's when he'll make his move, and he'll go take out of the 5 random TVs he'll just take one of them, right? So now when that person go complain and say, hey, this was my TV is gone, when the person go tell the CEOs like, yo, somebody stole my TV, and they go search everybody's room, right? They go do a shakedown. You got 5 TVs that they property stuff is etched out. So now he got the 5th one. So now it's like, well, we can't really, either we take all 5 of these TVs, and that might cause a riot, or that might cause a lot of problems on that block, or it's like, hey, you just gotta watch your stuff. And that's what Country was known for doing. Now I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to Country. One day, I ended up getting some black Air Force Ones, okay? Crispy black Air Force Ones. And what I would do, my cell was so clean, man. I would take my shoes off. I wouldn't even walk in my cell. I would take my shoes off and I put them on this mat right here by my desk, okay? Now, where this desk is at, you could easily reach your hand in there and take something out of my cell that's on the floor right there. So keep that in mind. Now, I was laying in the bed and I ended up taking a nap, and I should not have done this, okay? I should have closed my cell, and I don't know, I was tripping that day, whatever the case was, but I ended up going to sleep, taking a cat nap, and my shoes was right there. Country slithered like a snake, slithered. And how I know he was on his belly, slithering around my cell, because one of my homeboys, well, he was my enemy back then. That's why he didn't say nothing or do nothing. But he ended up becoming my homeboy later on. He told me that he seen him basically on his stomach. And he was like, yo, what are you doing? And he said, oh, no, I'm just doing push-ups. He even got in the push-up position. Why are you doing a push-up right here in the... Why? Anyway, that was his excuse. So he just my friend enemy walked off. Country slides in Donta's cell. He already knew what he was coming there to get. And he took my Air Force Ones and slithered right back out like the snake that he was. When I woke up, I went to go put on my shoes because it was chow time, it was dinner time. Donta's shoes was not there. The first person that came to mind was Country. I knew Country did it. I knew he did it. So I got up, got my state issue boots on, because we about to wreck. I put them on, I went to his cell. He wasn't there. I said, hey, have y'all seen Country? No, we ain't see Country. Went to somebody else. You seen Country? No, I ain't see Country. Hey, you seen Country? Yeah, he was he about to go to trial. Oh, he is, okay, all right. So I instantly go. I see Country. He's sitting at the table. I sit right next to him. pull out that sword of justice, and I put it right here to his side. He say, ah. I said, hey, I'm not gonna ask you, but this one and only time. If you lie to me, I'm just gonna do it to you right here. Go get my shoes. But I pushed it a little bit more up on him. And I put my hand on his shoulder on this side, while the grip was right there in his rib cage. I said, lie to me before you fix your mouth again to lie. I'm gonna hit that lung. Where is my shoes? Oh, bruh, listen, man. As he's saying this, I'm pushing it a little bit more further. Now I'm maybe about a millimeter inside of his flesh. He like, oh, all right, bro. Okay, bro. I'll go get him. I said, go get my stuff. Matter of fact, go put him right back where you left him at, right? So he got up and he left. And I just took his tray. Now, Country sold my shoes to somebody. So Country left and went to that somebody and was like, yo, I need them shoes back. Dude like, what shoes? Country like, man, I need them shoes back, bro. I need them shoes back. And he like, well, you got to give me double what I gave you. Country, no way can get double of what he gave him for them shoes. So Country, in good faith, he goes out and he go take, hold up. Hold on, y'all. Check this out. Before we go on with the story, Donta is selling his merchandise. The link is in the description below. It's a click link for merch. Y'all make sure y'all click the link for that merch. And also, y'all, October, I'm bringing y'all some supernatural stories, some real ghost stories too. So y'all make sure y'all be in the building for that too. Also, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and share the video. So now, Country go out there and he starts stealing. He bring dude back the merchant. He bring back dude that he sold the shoes to double or whatever. He gave him the shoes. He give me the shoes. Now, Country was out there being real reckless when he was in this stealing to get the double back. Now he got all these cats on his head. I was gonna spare y'all this detail, but I might as well to tell y'all. When you get locked up in prison and you a thief and you steal from the wrong person and you want to give them back what you took from them, sometimes that's not enough. Sometimes they want a little bit more than what you gave them back. Long story short, y'all, for Country to repay his debt back to this certain cat by the name of Freaky Freddy. If y'all been watching me, y'all know exactly who Freaky Freddy is. He an older black dude that, hey, he just cut like that. But Freaky Freddy ended up busting down Country a couple of times to pay back a certain debt, y'all. A lot of y'all been asking me, Donta, what type of car is that you driving right here? What type of car is that? This is a Polestar, okay? This is a Polestar. And actually, I like this car better than the Scat Pack. Show y'all something. This is what this car is right here. This the car right here. This boy is fast than a mug. Okay, that's the Polestar. That's an electric car, and it's pretty good, man. Well, listen, y'all. Again, this fall, which is in about a couple days or whatever, about a week or two, I'm coming with them supernatural stories, y'all. So y'all be in attendance. Also, all right. So before we even get to the story, I want to let everybody know that I want y'all opinion about. Now, I get it. Should a female teacher be held at the same standard as a male teacher that is messing around with a teenager at their school. Let me break this down just a little bit more to y'all. I'm not going to say the teacher name. I'm not even going to say where this happened at. But I had a white female teacher push up on me in the 9th grade. At that time, I did not see nothing wrong with it at all. I was what, 15? And she what, maybe 35, 36? Now it was subtle. She didn't like come on to me like hard press, but it was a couple of times that made me wonder, like, was she just hitting on me, or did she just bump up against me on purpose? But anyway, I looked at it as, yo, that's a win for me. That's a victory for me. I got this older woman liking me and I'm a teenager. Cool. Now, on the flip side, you got these teachers that are men messing with these teenagers at school. Now, they say it's a double standard, a double rule. Like, it sound okay for, and y'all be honest, keep it real, man. Don't front on me. Listen, I got the best YouTube audience, the best electrifying YouTube audience on YouTube, period. That's y'all. And I know y'all gonna keep it real, and y'all gonna keep it raw, and y'all gonna keep it funky with me. So let me know in the comment section, do y'all think it's okay for a female teacher to mess around and date male students? And I know it sounds real taboo and crazy coming out of my mouth that I gotta ask y'all this question, because I know y'all gonna keep it real, because there's a lot of people that would agree with that. But if a male teacher do it with a student, it's curtains, right? So y'all let me know about that. And also, for the people that have been asking for the merch link is in the description below. Y'all make sure y'all click on it, say click link for merch. Click on there, y'all. I got all the merch on there for y'all already. Now let's get to this. There was a woman that somebody emailed me about. When you are a pastor and you are head of a whole congregation, right? Your wife know about all the skeletons in your closet. Your wife know what you doing in the dark. She know what the congregation don't know about you. This woman that I had in the thumbnail, okay, her husband was a pastor. Pastor supposed to be a man of God, supposedly. But pastor in his bedroom like to get pegged. I'm not about to describe what that is, because it's very untasteful, especially when you are a man of the cloth. Well, his wife, knowing all his secrets, he want to up the ante as being pastor, and he decided to say, hey, how would you feel if we brought a man into our bedroom so that you don't have to peg me, but I'm going to let the man do it? The wife wasn't okay with that at all. And remember, this is a pastor. This is a pastor. So, and I tell y'all all the time, stop letting people in your bedroom. Stop telling people what's going on in y'all bedrooms, man. But it's out there on the internet, so we gonna get to it. Now, the wife like, that you taking it too far. I'm not with it, right? She like, I'm not with that. So he like, all right, never mind. It's cool, babe. Well, she comes home, go upstairs, and guess what happens when she opened up her bedroom door? She see pastor, but all the way up in the air with some strange man behind him. She flips out. Silently in her head, her brain snapped. They didn't even see when she came in. They were so into doing what they was doing that they didn't even notice her. So she left out, went to the closet in the hallway, and grabbed that you-know-what. So when somebody break into your house and you have the right to defend yourself, and you got that big thing that go click clack, she went to go pull it. She got that, and she click clacked it in the hallway. And when she click clacked it in the hallway, she went back in the bedroom. And well, hopefully the pastor and the guy that was behind the pastor, they asked Jesus to forgive them for their sins, because she sent them to the upper room when Jesus, right? She sent both of them packing one-way straight ticket to the upper room. Now, this is a side note. Imagine you doing something as sinful as that. 1 minute y'all doing what y'all doing, and then the next everything go black, and now you standing in front of God. Y'all better stop sinning. Y'all better stop being so dang freaky, man. Y'all better stop, because yo, they had no idea. But anyway, long story short, old girl ended up getting life without parole. Now, there's some states that got like Romeo and Juliet laws, where if your spouse catch you doing something and they end up unaliving you, then they can probably get off because it was a heat of passion. So with that, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Let me know in the comment section. Do y'all think baby girl was right of sending them to the upper room? Well, they probably down there, you know, for what they was doing. But do y'all think she was right for unaliving them? Or do y'all think she was wrong? I want to know how y'all feel about this in the comment section, because I know y'all is the realest commenters on YouTube. And I know how real that y'all are, because a lot of y'all done went to my store and purchased them hoodies and them shirts. And I appreciate y'all for buying Donta's merch. And if y'all want to know, for the people that don't know about Donta's merch, it's in the description below. Just click the link to the store. It's right there. Okay. And oh, thank y'all for blessing the Cash App too. Thank y'all so much, because man, hey, y'all, my audience, y'all the real ones. Y'all the real ones. But anyway, oh, and when I say that, I know everybody ain't got it to give. That's cool, but at least hit the like button. Dante appreciate every like, every dollar, every share. Okay, just know that. Also, I charge $10 a video to promote your business or your social media channel. The movie will be coming out November 24th, the day before Thanksgiving too. That's an update for y'all too. And the paranormal stories are coming, y'all. They are coming. Starting October 1st, I'm telling y'all, it's on. The paranormal stories is coming. But anyway, again, y'all, let me know in the comment section about how y'all feel about this video. Was baby girl wrong, or was she right for unaliving her cheating so-called pastor of a husband? Let me know in the comment section. And with that, y'all, Dante love y'all. Y'all stay frosty. Also look, when I go live now, I'm gonna be playing Call of Duty Warzone. Okay, so y'all can just rock out with me when I go live. When I'm and I answer questions in the comment section and all that when I go live. And I will be playing Warzone, the DMZ, all that. So I see y'all there. And with that, y'all, this is the Donta Show Network. Y'all hit that like button, and I'm out.
Oh shit, here we go again.